So right now this is working pretty well. You can see it moves. You say it's a little laggy. I could change these all with a variable. I'm just going to change it by hand for this case. Variables will come a little later. So let's make this 10, negative 10, 10, negative 10. Because we're putting that lag on there, that weight, that now the thing is, this can go right through its barriers, so it's not much of a maze unless you're on this honor system. So we're going to now put a variable, so we're now going to put a command in that's going to say don't go through there. So that's going to be another if statement. And this is going to get a little long, but it'll work out fine. So if, and we'll repeat this, go back to our sensing, if touching color, or I could say if it's touching a certain, like a sprite. So, and you can see our sprites here. I'll do the color one first. So if touching color, and I just have to click on here, and I'll get a little eyedropper, and I just come over here. Or I could say, you know, this color here. If you notice, whatever I'm pointing to is changing, so that color. If touching color, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to have it move the opposite way. So I have these all now in sequence, but let me just go through everything for you. Many of these things in the control area are called clamps. You can take and fit things in and they kind of expand to, this part expands. You can have nested pieces where you go through and tell something to do something and then tell it to do something else, and it's making some stuff up here. And you can have some conditions in here. If a certain condition is made, if something is going on, do this. If something else is going on, do this next one. It's going to evaluate. What it's going to do is come down. It's going to go to this first one and find out, is this true? If it's not true, it just drops down and keeps going to the next one. Comes down, if this is true, it'll carry this out. Because this one is nested inside this one, come down, if this is true, do this. Then, if this is true, do this, and then drop down. Otherwise, what it's going to do is come down. If that's not true, if it's false, go around it to the next one. Come down. If this is true, do this one. If this is false, skip around it and go on to the next one. So you have these nested conditions. So to get rid of that, just take it over here. So what we want to do here is make sure we got everything in the right order, because you can get quite a this kind of blends together, and I've seen myself where I've missed it and gotten this in between here. So up arrow, so Y, positive. Okay, touching, we want it to bounce off, negative. So positive, negative. This one, Y, negative, positive. You always want those to be opposite. And going down again here, okay, X, positive, negative, negative, positive. And just make sure, okay, right arrow, yes, you know, this way, left arrow that way. So yeah, you want to check through everything.